Welcome to the series CyberSec A Way of Life, brought to you by L&D Today and powered by Archon Tech Solutions. Our leader today is the winner of CIO 500 Hall of Fame 2019 award from Enterprise IT, winner of Big CIO 100 award for the year 2018 and many more. He has more than 25 years of multiple IT domain leadership experience and specializes in end-to-end support for IT management, procurement, budgeting, productivity management, audit, documentation, and process planning. He is also the mentor, coach, and counselor. So please welcome Mr. Satish Mahajan. Thank you, Mr. Satish, for taking out some valuable time and joining us in the series CyberSec A Way of Life. Talking about cybersecurity, how do you think it has changed everything post pandemic?
Okay, let me start with the very basic thing.
Okay.
Cybersecurity was there earlier also, but the number of users were less compared to what we are using today. Okay, net banking, there were hardly 5%, 10% people using because that was considered as the glamorous role. Using bank on the net, okay, was a glamorous role. So there were lots of limitation. Post-pandemic, or maybe you can say post-2000, the number of users went on internet is very high. The moment you go into an open network, you are always going to face the problem because the moment you connect to a network, there may be thousands of users or lakhs of people who are monitoring your performance. Right? Now it depends on you what information to be shared, not to be shared. Okay, and most of the time people are not aware of, so I think aware of what is to be shared on the net. Okay, and that is where the whole cybersecurity issue started. Okay, so most of the people, I think some of the cases I can say, many of my friends, they are leaving out of station. They mention that I'm going out of station. I'm on the airport. I'm in the mall. Okay, is it really required? Not really.
Not
okay, and that is where you started building your own cybersecurity threat.
That's the first breach, I think.
Yeah, that's the first breach. Okay, and that is how even banking also, like what information to be shared, what not to be shared about the banking information. You can share the account number, but you don't have to share the username and password. So many people, what they do, they share their password, everything on the mobile, and you don't know. Even my mobile currently may be hacked by somebody and they must be scanning my mobile. I'm not aware of.
I know, we write all the passwords.
Everything remains there.
Yeah.
So something has to be here, something has to be here. So what is to be shared? And pandemic has made everything online. And that has created lots of risk. Okay, so how to mitigate the risk? It's basically, it depends on you. Okay, so we need to educate people that what information to be shared, what not to be shared. And that's how, because I know many of my friends have lost their money asking for OTP, account number, and they lost thousands of rupees. Okay, but then I started telling them, boss, I think nobody asks you OTP. Okay, they may ask your mobile number, but don't give OTP to them. Okay, and these are all basic things which has really created the positivity into the environment. But the thing is, cybersecurity attack is because of the negligence of the people. It's not because threat was always there. But only thing is, number of users gone up, and people feel like that somebody is giving me money. Why don't you share OTP to them? Somebody is asking me for information. Why don't you share the password to them? And that creates the cybersecurity threat more.
Okay, I know. It's like the more information you share, it's gonna be more risky for you.
Yeah, correct. Like, more data, more attack.
Yeah. So, how are the technologies like AI, ML, VR, and the likes of it are impacting cybersecurity? Are they a boon or are they another issue altogether?
See, these are all blessings. Okay, some of the things are getting easy. But the important thing is where to be this implemented, not to be implemented. It depends on the architect or solution provider. Okay, and the management has to get convinced, saying that, okay, what are the pluses? So every time we keep talking about the new technology, but unfortunately we never talk about the negatives of the technology. Right, but because whenever you implement new technology, that technology grasps all your information. Right, for example, if you ask Google gives an ad saying that I want to recruit people, what they say, just give me your name. Rest we are aware of.
They have all the information.
Something similar to this. Okay, so every technology comes with its own pluses and minuses. Where to stop, it depends on us.
So, with the whole world coming online literally, what kind of threats are the most damaging ones? How do organizations deal with those threats?
Building more security plans.
Okay.
Okay, more and more security. We have to control the outgoing data. We have to segregation of the data are key factors when we actually do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of MSME plays an important factor and in India. So how can they protect themselves from cyber threats?
Okay, that's I think keeping your applications updated, softwares updated. Okay, making people aware about the risk of the cyber security, what information to be shared, not to be shared. And I think more than technology, what I always feel is making people aware that these are the possible threats when you actually are working into this online environment platform is very important. And that will actually create more awareness to the people, and we can reduce the number of cyber attacks.
Okay, so you're saying like we need to educate more this small businesses.
Yeah, small businesses, you have to keep updating them in terms of like the way we conduct seminars on technology. We also should conduct seminars on cyber security awareness programs. Maybe at the small scale, can be online, offline, whichever way possible. But I think more and more awareness you build, I think you will come to know, you can see the difference between the approach of the people.
Okay. So, but do you think that since MSME, they can't afford like all the higher technologies, some organizations. So how can they go about this? Like,
I think there are shared services available. Okay, you can always opt for the shared services kind of concept, which will help them. Like, for example, I can say 3D printing is a new technology, breakthrough technology. But the thing is, everybody cannot have a 3D printers. They started using the shared services.
Yeah.
Similarly, security service can be shared. Infrastructure service can be shared. And we can actually put the requirement to the vendor saying that this is my requirement. It will be at what cost?
Okay.
I think that will actually help even small organization to take care of. First thing is, I think whenever we talk about the small organization or bigger organization, first they have to define their requirement. Yeah. You cannot put everybody at the same level. Okay. So that is very critical. So they have to have some good solution provider who can guide them in terms of putting up the right security environment to that organization.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Satish, cybersec companies are evolving, but so are the attackers. What do you think organizations must do to stay ahead of them?
Very difficult.
Okay.
Hackers are more intelligent than the... So, see, the only way which I feel is making people aware the possible risk.
Okay.
Okay, you can't stop hacking. Yeah. You can't stop attackers. Again, end of the day, that is also their business. Yeah. There may be ethical hackers, there may be non-ethical hackers. But the important part is how you utilize them. So some people use them for a good cause, some people use them for a bad cause.
Absolutely.
Okay, the only thing is we need to be very careful when we actually talk about the cyber security as an individual.
Okay. Cyber insurance is still at a nascent stage in India. Do you think it will grow in the coming years?
Yeah, I think the kind of ransomware attacks are happening. It's going to be the future.
Okay. Yeah. So, like, is it going to be at par with like how we take this?
It will be, because today if you look at the overall industry trend, data is critical. Yeah. Okay, and if you don't have data, we are nowhere. Yeah. Okay, it can be a large size of data, small size of data. Every data is critical. Okay, that's why we spend so much on backup. Okay. Okay, how much data we generate while traveling or maybe while on daily basis, you can see, and every data is important. I take a photograph, I store it here. If you lose that photograph, I feel bad. Yeah. Correct. Same way, like me, there may be hundreds of people who are generating this data. Yeah. Okay, and if I lose that data, and if it is a PI kind of data, then if I want to recover it, there is a cost attached to it. Okay. So that cost is covered by insurance. Yeah. So risk mitigation.
Yeah, I think that's why they call data is the new oil.
Data is the new oil, correct. So I remember in 2001, I think normally there is a IT black book.
Okay.
Okay. And that time people used to talk about, I think that time mobile was just coming out. Okay. And I think we used to pay 16 rupees per minute for the mobile as a mobile charges. And somebody written maybe in 2001 saying that with time voice will be free and you have to pay huge amount for data.
Oh.
That was in 2001.
Okay.
So today if you in 21 you'll realize that what he told around that time is 200% right.
Absolutely, it's a right prediction.
Yeah.
Sure. So, what do you think are the key components to be looked and stressed upon when considering security solutions for a business?
So, I think when we talk about security business, first thing you need to define what you are looking at. You cannot protect everything.
Yeah.
So, you need to define what you are looking at, and then based on it, you can put it to a vendor. So, because today, if you look at most of the products at par, because technology is standardized.
Yeah.
Okay. The only thing is you need to convey a vendor or you can say partner what you are looking at. Then only you can get the right product. So if you just go and say, I want to install antivirus, I want to have firewall, I want to have UTM solution, doesn't work. You need to come back and say, these are the things which I want to protect and tell me how your application or maybe product can protect me. And that only will give us the right solution.
Okay. So what do you think will be the top cybersec challenges in the next 3 to 5 years? And how could one tackle them?
Okay. I think the difficulty is, I think, managing data, because since we are living in an open world, the difficult part is how to protect your own data. So what is to be kept offline and what is to be kept online is going to be one of the difficult challenges. So today I'm coming here. I'm sure Google must have tracked me here because I was on Google Map.
Absolutely.
So when I go back home, immediately I'll get a message, did you like the place?
Yeah.
Okay, what are the facilities available?
Yeah.
That means indirectly I'm tracked.
Yeah.
So not only me, but thousands of people around the globe have seen that I've reached here.
Yeah.
Correct? And that is going to be biggest threat. So you have lost the complete privacy.
Yeah.
So sometimes I feel the numeric mobile was much better compared to smartphone.
Smartphones, yeah. Absolutely.
So how to tackle? I think as I told you, we need to differentiate between the personal data and the public data. What is to be disclosed, what is not to be disclosed.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Satish, once again. It was definitely an insightful conversation. Thank you.